Hello, hello. Hello? That's weird. Are you using the app for Discord? Uh-huh. I think you can turn the sounds of D&D Beyond off. Okay. Um, you must have something turned off or well, you have, I think there might be a setting somewhere, I'm not sure where right now, where it makes your mic exclusive. Like it'll, if you're listening to, like it must be in the web page or in the website or in your browser, where it makes it so that when there's sound there, then Discord will do it. Hmm. Hello? Hello? It's gotta be something to do with mic exclusivity. Actually, it might be something with Discord. What's happening with Discord? Do you have your do you in Discord? Do you have attenuation down at 0%? Under voice and video? Because if your attenuation is up, maybe that's it. Hello? Okay. Is your, I don't know if you heard this, is your attenuation in Discord, voice and video, down at 0%? It's down underneath the hardware acceleration and shit. I don't know if that's it, but just wondering, because maybe. Because it says lower the volume of other applications by the percent when someone is speaking, set 0% to completely disable attenuation. So I'm wondering if it's doing the same thing. Oh, right. I forgot you have stupid Windows 11. Yeah. That's fine. I kind of wanted it to... I mean, we're streaming it. Of course there's going to be someone with sound issues. Basically, it's not a stream unless there's sound issues. Excuse me. I'm just... Yeah. There we go. Okay, I'll just start some music. Hello? There's gotta be an exclusivity thing. My computer says it's not good enough for Windows 11. I'm like, that's fine. I don't want it. It's gotta be an exclusivity thing. Can you hear me? I know, I'm saying it maybe Windows 11, but it's gotta be some sort of exclusivity thing. Where like where only what you're actively clicked on is what you can listen to. So it's gotta be something in your sound settings or a bug. Or both. I just don't want to start if you're not gonna be able to like just be clicked on the frickin' Roll20 even and be able to hear us. Do you want me to just... Hmm. You're like, mine. Alright. Are we ready then, I guess? Should I not have switched scenes? Anyway, do I need to go to be right back? Hello? Kron?
What probably happened is he was downloading that update.
I
So it might have it might have restarted his computer or said we're restarting now.
I'm just gonna go back to starting soon for now. Mm-hmm. Like, I had a feeling if he said he's downloading something for Windows, it's gonna restart your computer. Most things do. Mm-hmm. No problem. I just went back to starting soon because I'm like, may as well wait till this problem's sorted out. Hey, maybe more people will come in. Doubtful, but. Uh-huh. Well, we're on starting soon, so no one can hear you, but. And I was just gonna say, if you're downloading a Windows update, you know it's gonna make you restart your computer, right? Did you even hear me? Do you want to just... Hello? Hello, Kron. Hello? Alright. I'm just gonna wait. We're just gonna wait till everyone's actually ready. So many buttons at my fingertips. And no, I can't hear myself when I do that, so on purpose. Hello? Hello? Okay, just testing. There we go. Oh. Yeah, you'll figure it out. Alright. Give me a second. And oh. Alright, switching scenes.
I knew I forgot something important.
Oh, lovely. It doesn't have two of the... Oh, man. This thing hates me. It really does.
We deal with one problem at a time, and eventually
Yeah.
all the problems will be dealt with.
What
We're
the
getting the
hell? My
problems out
computer's
through.
growing legs. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Come on. We're gonna do that for now. No, wait. I don't know. Anyway, going to start now. Anyway, could have done that earlier, but okay. So last time, you guys, hold on. Where are we?
There was a huge date.
Yeah. I think, did they say did you guys get told yet where you had to go?
No.
Okay, you're finding out later. Okay, just making sure. I couldn't remember.
Finding out in the morning.
Okay.
Place.
Okay.
Date,
Yeah. And then you made it through Quentin's quote unquote not date, whatever. It was a date. It was 100% a date. Yeah. So you said. Which went off without a hitch. Found out. Most of you found out a little bit about Renee. Although your friend was off to. No, technically Gail was there too, I believe. She wasn't that far away.
Yeah. Gail was in the doorway.
Yeah, Gail was doing security inside.
Yeah, because she didn't want to be far from Lyra. Lyra was.
Zareth was crashing a separate dinner party.
At the wrong house.
Yeah,
He was
Uh-huh.
on the other side of town, yeah.
Yep.
he was wrong.
You just told him the wrong location.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Agree with that.
So you discussed a few things with Runswick. Discussed your memory loss. And you got some hints of what might be able to fix it. Discovered a little bit more about Runswick. And his lineage. Well, you revealed your real name. You told a little bit of your story. Yeah, and then we'll say we'll end as Brunswick is leaving. Is there anything else you guys want to do? I'll say as your friend, you finally wander back to your normal, where you guys are actually staying. Is there anything else you guys want to do for the evening?
Pouting.
Fair.
Did you not have a fun time, your friend?
I couldn't find any of you, and now you're here. This doesn't make any sense.
Same.
There was many crossbow bolts shot at me.
Were there now?
Yes, apparently crashing dinners isn't a thing that many people enjoy.
It tends not to be. But you learn
Yeah.
something new.
Yes,
Rich people get a little bit pissy when you show up to their stuff uninvited.
they're so selfish, aren't they?
I think so.
It's been known to happen.
Oh, Quentin! Oh, I missed it. I'm so sorry, my friend.
I'll survive somehow.
Will you? I don't know if you could. I couldn't be there for my best friend, and my best friend was missing his best friend. Oh, the shame.
There are some times when a best friend just should not be there. Trust me on this.
Side note, how to tell Kron's annoyed. We don't get a rainy voice.
Huh?
It just shows you're not doing the voice you normally do. I'm just making
Yeah,
a joke. It's fine. I just thought it was funny. Continue.
Who are you?
You have taken over.
It's okay. Continue. Sorry, I had to say it.
Quentin, you're wrong. I should have been there. I'm sorry. I will never leave your side again. And he just nuzzles right up to the little fairy.
So yeah, we got your friend kind of getting really quite into your space, Quentin / Renee.
Yeah, I use a little druid craft, put some flowers or something between us.
Oh, look, a token of friendship.
Ah, we've been blessed.
Anything else you guys want to do? Or just make your way to...
Invisibility, but I don't have that ability.
Not yet.
I think Lyra's good.
Alright, so say you guys... Oh, go ahead.
I think Gail, who was on security detail all night, is gonna go get food at the bar and then just bring it back to Lyra. They didn't get to eat.
Oh no, there's leftovers.
Oh, okay, then they'll just pick out the leftovers and, like, distribute them.
All the leftovers get brought out to the table after he's left.
Sure.
Not like cardboard, like, boxes that are super easy to tear.
So you guys the rest of you end up eating. Renee, are you doing anything specific since you already ate?
Planning my escape strategy.
Alright.
You gotta figure out how I'm getting away from your friend.
Alright, we'll say you guys eat, and if there's any conversations you want to have over dinner, let me know. But other than that, we'll just say you make your way to your individual rooms, and you go to bed for the night. What am I saying? So you wake up bright and early the next morning. You're just making your way back to the quote-unquote office.
Yeah, probably. Did she tell us to like meet her there?
I think so. I believe that's what she said. It's been a while.
I will accept whatever you say happened.
We'll say she did. Just like meet you there to get more information. Yeah. So you make your way through town. It's fairly quiet this morning. It's fairly early. Oh, I forgot to advance the calendar. Okay. And you knock and you're admitted in. You see, Elias is there, and he seems to be going through a satchel beside him on the desk, putting things in, taking things out. And he looks up as you enter and go, "Oh, you're here. I'll get Candace." And a little bit later, he returns with Candace, and she says, "Oh, well, excellent. I'm glad you're here early. So, Elias and will be accompanying you for the journey. His wife Naira will be meeting in the air probably a few days later. She has some things to attend to, and we can worry about Elias we can worry about getting her there shortly. But Elias will be accompanying you for the journey. Do you have any questions? Is there anything you want to know? Anything you found out yourself?
I mean, I don't think anything's really changed since we were here yesterday.
Alright, that's good. Some information I can tell you is the place you're going, the Crest Plains. Elias has a map. The location is mostly center-ish. It's a land it used to be vibrant green, full of normal life. Now it's a little more dark, shadowy, not to say evil, but just more chaotic, we'll say. I'm gonna say Lyra can roll a history check. Actually, and Veroth. You can roll a history check too, technically.
He has memories now. Okay, come on.
Yeah, history not your strong suit.
Did you say Varith?
Yeah, you. Sorry, okay. My bad. I keep alternating between his actual name and what he calls himself. Yeah. Now that he knows his actual name. Not that anyone else knows his name. Oh wait, no, yes you do, never mind.
I think he's shared it with everyone at this point.
Natural 20, -1. I love it. So, Vareth, Lyra, your history always kind of bored you a little. You didn't really pay attention in class all that well. Oh, shit, sorry. I just closed my roll 20. But Vareth, now that you're remembering things, you remember something from school, although it wasn't
stressed heavily in what you were taught based on customs of where you're from, but you remember vaguely something about it's rumored that when whatever happened at the Battle of Drydell between Chaos and Harmony happened, Chaos actually landed, fell, was cast away, and when he was cast away from the plains, he landed somewhere in the Crystal Plains, but you're not sure.
You don't know exactly where. It's rumored that's possibly where he landed. And so Candace continues.
But yeah, it's a land of, shall we say, things that are different there. It's, from what I remember, more, the vegetation has more the hues and coloration of that Thalian vegetation has, the darker colors. It's different. Just be careful. I mean, you'll have allies there as well, but he's only one man. Yeah, and once you're there, you will need to first off ensure that there's no cultists there. If they are, I would hope you're able, if you feel you're able and you feel you're strong enough to deal with them, do so. If not, report back as quickly as possible. Otherwise, I can't say to exactly how this place was sealed, because I was only a part of parts of it. It was the duties and tasks were split among people so that no one person had all the information. I do know that to enter, if you would like to do that, to go straight to the chamber. It is a puzzle of some sort that I cannot speak to due to it's foggy, shall we say. I believe it was magically removed, and to a point where I know destroying that it would be not smart. But yeah, it's your choice whether you believe entering and making your way through the chambers is what you need to do to check on the chain properly. Or if you just want to make sure that the cult is not there and enable further protect it from the outside. That's I will leave up to you once you see what is happening, what is there. But yes, Elias, I believe you have everything, correct?
I don't know. You had me at all sorts of stuff a ways back. Something about memories being foggy, and I was off in another world.
I think we have everything we need to travel the wastes.
Somebody said
Really
waste.
ties us here.
Elias says,
Really need to pay more attention.
yeah, I believe I have everything. Yes. I think we'll be good. It should be a hopefully smooth trip, I would hope. I've not been there myself, but here we go. Shall we? And he kind of holds up his hand, like gesturing towards the door.
You shall.
Sorry,
Just,
my
before
voice
we
line
go,
keeps crashing. Go ahead.
Does Elias have any sort of like combat experience? Does this man look like he is outside of his little like grad school posse?
Make a perception check.
Oh boy, I'm so good at this. Let's go, let's go.
Need one I can tell he's got nothing.
Yeah, that makes sense.
You.
That's awesome.
I'm just gonna assume yes, regardless now.
You can see that he's got, and he's wearing, what is he wearing again? He has a staff that is a rather elaborate looking staff strapped to the back of his chair. Right now he's wearing what looks like some sort of light chain, like a light chain shirt, and underneath his jacket. But you're not knowing too much about magic, you're not sure if that means anything. But he's got a staff. It looks kind of elaborate.
Okay, well the rest of you see that, and Gale gets blinded, but I don't even know.
I mean, even with the 2, I'm saying you'll say that because you say you can't crit fail on an ability check technically.
Okay.
Like, you don't know as much. You just know it's like it's a staff, and it's not just a quarterstaff. Not like a basic simple bow staff. It's kind of got like a nice engraved head to it. If that means anything, sure, or if it's just a nice walking staff. Not walking staff, but that was bad.
Got a stick. Seems legitimate.
Seems nice. He's got some sort of armor on. But yeah, so you begin to set out, and as you're strolling out of town, Elias is kind of pushing alongside you. He says,
What's the
huh?
He says
He says it is about a... Shit, how many days is it? I forgot. Is it... God damn it, I didn't
Don't worry
do
about it,
this.
buddy. I forget things all the time.
No, I forgot to write it down. I wrote down the distance from the edge of the
No,
plains. I'll say it's like...
playing.
Hold on. I feel stupid now.
That's alright.
I gotta estimate. Say it's a. Yeah. I'll say it's a couple of weeks travel to the edge of the plains. I believe he's kind of got a map stretched out over his lap and kind of pinned underneath his legs so it doesn't roll up again. Well, it's just 5-folded. And just sitting on his lap as he's moving and says, according to this, I believe it's about a 6.5-day journey once we get to the plains to get to the location on this map.
You know, I was flying around and I didn't really catch a lot. Which planes are we going to?
Christ. The
Oh,
ones
we're
that are...
going to the Christ Plains. You know, where the big ball of chaos exploded?
Supposedly.
No, it's true. I learned about it in school. It was the one lesson that sounded interesting.
Wait. You went to school?
Would?
I was just about to ask the same thing.
Oh, of course.
That doesn't surprise me. What is even less surprising is he remembers the lessons about a big boom.
Oh, would I... Is that strange? Is that not... Is it strange that it's not strange?
Oh, not strange at all.
Where are you from, my friend?
Oh, yeah, Kira, that voice is not working. It's all muffled.
Hello?
Yeah, we can hear you. It's just real hard to hear.
Real bad.
Hello? Sounds good to me. It's supposed to be D.
Super robot-y bad.
Yeah.
I like it. That was amazing.
Testing? How's it rolling?
But still,
I think
yeah,
it's your filter.
it's your filter.
How is this robot-y? Okay, so I apparently
Suck at making voices. Lovely.
How's this one?
It's just that filter.
How's this one?
The other ones were
The
other ones were
filter
fine to
was
hear.
doing something weird.
Yeah, when you used the one earlier for what's her face? That one was fine.
So in other words, yeah, I suck at making filters because I made that other one, so apparently I didn't do it right.
It takes practice.
Yep, everything takes time and experience.
You can't get everything right the first time, but yeah, no. That one I think that one needs some more workshopping.
Unless, of course, you're Renee, and Renee gets everything perfect the first time.
Oh, God.
Even if he has to kill all the witnesses and claim it wasn't the first time. Oh. Oh,
So
we can
the
get to
Life
the
lesson here
planes
is
that
if
way.
ever you fail,
how's this?
just kill everyone.
That one's
Yep.
better.
I'll use a
When you
preset.
fail, kill everyone. Nobody knows you tried, so it's still the first
Yeah,
time.
exactly.
Anyway,
Always the answer.
Tree falling in the forest.
you guys are having a conversation. I'm sorry. Continue.
Oh, I don't remember what the conversation was.
I think
It wasn't in character.
I think that he said.
Planes.
I think that Elias said.
to your friend, where are you from?
Oh yeah, there we go.
Oh, I'm from here. Where are you from?
Oh, I mean, I'm from Cavia. Which kingdom are you from? I'm not sure I can place your accent. Corporate.
I'm not too sure for an accent. My father doesn't speak as I do, nor does my mother, so I'm not entirely sure.
I'm trying to decide if it.
I'm trying to decide if that's a deception check.
I'll be like, didn't you tell me you were from Sorelia? Or at least that's kind of what I remember.
Oh yes, that's true, but I don't know the accent. Also, I'm not too sure if I speak with one.
Quote unquote. But anyway.
I just means that wow, there goes the French. Everyone from other kingdoms tends to speak just slightly differently than here. You don't hear your own, I guess. That's true. Never mind. Shall we? Awkwardly starts pushing forwards more.
He follows only as much as Quentin does, which he's constantly trying to tie himself to. Not literally, but almost.
So your friend is walking uncomfortably close to you, Quentin. Renee, whatever.
Or comfortably.
20 feet straight up.
Fair, fair.
All of this talk of accents. I don't do accents. What is this accent thing?
There's not really a reply except just panting as Varys is like trying to jump high into the air.
What's your strength modifier again? Or strength score?
Oh, it's super high.
Hold on.
8, 5, 7.
It's -2.
There you go.
No, what's your strength score?
Oh, 6.
Oh.
That was close.
And you're how tall?
Oh, he's a tall boy. Let me see if I wrote that
He's
down.
like what, 8 feet or something?
Yeah, I think he was like an 8-foot guy.
So technically, oh, you can jump 1 foot off the ground. Never mind. Anyway, so yeah, you're jumping and you're just wearing yourself out because you're not getting very high.
Yeah,
And-
but he is doing like twisty, spinny, like corkscrew movements as if trying to dig through the air.
Make
It
a
looks
dexterity saving throw. Okay, so one of the times you end up like jumping and almost knocking yourself off balance, but you like stop and catch yourself.
And it looks cool.
No, it does not look cool at all.
He thinks it looks cool.
You think it looks awesome, but to everyone else, it's like
He like
It looks
squishes his
like-
head as if he had hair.
a baby learning to walk and falling over.
Ah, I'm getting so good at flying.
You'll almost be as good as Renee soon.
Who?
Quentin.
Next time he jumps, I will use my mage hand to flop his legs up from underneath him.
Okay, how much does your friend weigh? Because your weight can only lift 5 pounds. I don't think.
Lifting.
Yeah, he's like
nothing.
200 pounds.
I don't think you can move him.
10 pounds. I just need 10 pounds of force to kind of throw him off balance.
Okay, make a strength saving throw, your friend.
Oh, strength?
Technically. Never mind, you did get knocked. You fall face first in the mud. There's definitely mud. Just because, right then.
He lands in the mud.
Definitely
then
face first.
Slowly lifts his head and narrows his eyes at Lyra.
My mage hand is invisible.
Yep.
I didn't do anything.
You called upon your god, Renee.
I like the sound of that.
Dark, twisted creature has cursed me.
That might also be true.
Wait, there's another god now?
It must be. There's so many of them. And he'll pull himself up, wipe himself off, except his face, which he wears as a mask of shame and remembrance of what has happened.
So the mud eventually dries. Alright.
Like, and he now has a new goal in life to become a god.
Writing that down.
Your goal in life to achieve godhood.
Yeah, I'll do it someday. It's like long term.
Anyway, watching all this, Elias just chuckles.
I remember being young once. I guess I'm not old per se, but younger. Slash when I could walk, I suppose.
Yes, I remember
tomfoolery.
being once.
He just
Tilts his head to the side.
It's been so long. I miss being old. Now I'm overburdened.
Don't worry about it, you're
with youngness.
still old.
You can be very old again someday.
Someday, perhaps in another time, in another place.
How old is very old?
Isn't it like 6?
That is a very wise question.
Yes, I have to put. You're gonna make me do this, aren't you? Okay, Gail, here we go. Putting my thinking cap on, Very old would have to be a perspective upon the individual. I mean, if you're immortal, how long would you live to be very old? Be a long, long time. If you're a mayfly, you're very old after about 10 hours.
I was just gonna say something similar, except I was gonna compare it to ants instead, because I think they live at least a couple weeks.
Yeah, I think so. I don't remember. But they're tasty. I do know that.
You've eaten ants?
Yeah, ants are tasty. Mayflies are not. The wings get stuck between your teeth.
I suppose so. Have you ever seen those flying ants?
I stay away from those. Those scare me. No, they don't really scare me. It's just if most of your race doesn't have wings and you've got wings, I don't know.
Quentin, if you come down here, I'll protect you.
Yeah, I'll think about it later. Quentin is doing like a reclined fly at this point. He looks like he's sitting in a recliner with his feet up and crossed as he's floating about 20 feet off the ground.
Nice.
And moving forward, that's impressive.
Yep.
Sure.
Years
Looks
of
cool.
flying practice.
Fair.
Gotta have good core strength.
Oh yeah.
Shoulder muscles like you wouldn't believe.
So anything else you guys want to discuss on your journey before you get to the edge of the plains? At night or during the day, what have you? Ask any questions of Elias.
None of Elias, but Lyra does have something that she wants to try and talk to Quentin about.
Okay, we can say one night.
If she can find if Gale
tree
is
he's
sufficiently
sleeping in.
distracted.
I'm gonna say.
Gale is looking at all the rocks and trying to figure out which ones count as old or not.
I'm gonna say one night Lyra roll a stealth check and Gale roll a perception check because you're always watching Lyra.
Sure.
Why
Oh.
did my stealth roll not come through? Come on.
Oh, but the
Gale
perception
can
roll was really
pass
good.
Perception rolls, but only when it comes to Lyra. There we go.
So I'll say that you see Lyra kind of like look like she's sneaking over to Quentin.
It's in a tree.
One day, very obviously trying not to be seen for some reason as you're like getting the fire ready or something.
I mean, I don't think she'd follow, but she'd probably try and keep an ear open because they're being shady.
Okay, we'll say it's a good 30 feet away. It's not too far.
Suddenly feels a sense of he's going to get blamed for it again, and he just doesn't know what it yet is yet.
Yeah, basically.
But we'll say that you feel like you're not gonna be overheard, Lyra.
Okay.
I'll like.
Confident. So she will go and go up to Quentin and be like, so how's the travels?
Fine, my priestess, what can I do for you?
That's a title I didn't think I'd ever have, but yet here we are.
Well, I didn't think I'd be a god either, but hey, I'm rolling with it.
It was a slip of the tongue, and then he ran with it.
They make the best jokes, though.
I had a question for you.
Yes, ma'am?
I mean, you seem like someone who's, run in, different circles than I have.
Well, it is a god's responsibility to share his wisdom with his priestess.
Yes. I was wondering if you, do you think people can get better after they make a mistake? Like, do you think they can improve, change who
Well, I
they
think
are?
practice makes perfect.
I mean, not necessarily in that way, but like, let's say someone did something really, really bad, and like really, really bad, and then wanted to like atone for it. Like, would you trust that?
My priestess is asking the tough philosophy questions. Okay. Why did they do the thing that was really, really bad?
Well, I mean, I don't know exactly why. I mean, what if they were tricked into it, or they just
Well,
thought
here's
wrong
the
of it?
thing. Everybody can change. You can always, and I'm not going to say improve because I don't know what's good and what's bad. It's all a little different. It's all a matter of perception. So if I do something that's really, really bad, but I do it for the right reason, and I learn that, well, you know what, the reasons, it's a balancing of reasons versus whys versus hows. Now, if you're asking if you can ever do enough to gain forgiveness from another, that's their call. But I would also say that their forgiveness is not necessarily the most important thing. If you can look in yourself and see improvements and you feel happier about who you are and the path you're on, my priestess, you are doing well. Did that help at all? I tried to be really good with that one.
I suppose it's not me who's trying to improve, it's someone else I know.
Now, I will also say, and it's not a very popular belief, but there are things in the world that are called bad apples. If somebody makes a mistake and they own it and they accept it and they try to learn from it, that's one thing. But a being who makes a mistake and then blames everybody else, a being who can't accept their part in their own mistakes, cannot learn from them. And they may not ever until they learn that lesson. Oh, wow, that was pretty good. I got to write that down somewhere. Give me a minute.
We start the holy books.
And the first commandment shall be, learn to fly backwards. Seriously, though, it really gets down to acknowledging your own faults. Others can mislead you. Others can misguide you. But it's still ultimately your choice. Now, if they've charmed you or mind controlled you, then I can't, there's nothing you can do there. That's not your fault. Yeah. Or their fault.
That's fair.
But if they were misguided and they refuse to admit that they chose off of bad information and learn from that, then yeah, there's not much you could do to help them.
All right.
Was it the news you were looking for, or was it, kiddo?
It's a tough situation, but thank you for what guidance you do have.
I will say this. And this is not something I'm familiar with, but the only time I've seen this kind of angst in somebody is if it's a family thing. And those make it much harder. Just remember to see the forest for the trees.
Well, thank you.
If it is such a thing. On that note, I have more godly duties to attend to.
Of course. I
don't remember what they are, though.
your godliness, and she bows and backs away and runs back off to camp and pretends like
Go in
nothing
peace, my
happened.
priestess. Something and prosper. I can't. There was a guy who used to say that back in the Feywild all the time.
It was big in the Fey.
Is there anything else anyone wants to do or discuss or what have you on the till you get to the edge of the plains?
I'm good.
I think so.
No one else wants to have deep, meaningful conversations about the nature of trust and betrayal.
The god Renee is here for you if you need to confess your problems.
Oh dear.
I will help you. I will help you answer the questions you have about life.
Now, is Renee calling himself the god Renee around Vareth?
Oh hell no.
Okay, good. Just checking.
It's a joke for everybody else.
Better question, is anyone else saying the name Renee around Vareth?
They
I
know
don't think
better.
Gale would ever say it, so no.
He was probably holding it over Quentin's head, but no, I wouldn't say he hasn't done anything yet to deserve it.
Yet.
Really yet. I mean, we're one session away from. We're what, an hour and 10 minutes into opportunities.
All right. If there's nothing else, if someone thinks of something, we can kind of do timey-wimey things. If there's something you think of, so we'll say, because you've been traveling mostly through on the mountain roads. It's been fairly good weather. Fairly safe. We haven't really run across anyone. Maybe occasional cart or wagon going the other direction, probably from Marlow to Caulfield. You imagine, because this road goes between the two cities. But eventually, we'll say it's. Oh, I gotta figure out the time on this anyway. 1 second. Just gotta make myself a note. Okay. But eventually we'll say, I'll say it's probably like about early afternoon as you're as you start essentially the mountains have begun to taper off. They're still mountainous, not really foothills, but the road kind of widens a bit and gives way to what you, by the name, think would be like grasslands, plains, that sort of thing, of like rolling hills, maybe a few trees occasionally. It's a very gray landscape and dusty, and there is some vegetation, but it's more in the realm of like dark purples, dark reds, and hue and coloration. A little more sparse. And there are hills, but it's very gray, and like what grass there is kind of not dead, but just darker colored. And there are places that like where it's kind of pockmarked and cracked in the earth, but it opens up to this wide open plain. And as you get to the edge and kind of pause to survey it, Elias kind of pulls out his map, regards it for a moment, and looking around, trying to get bearings a bit, he says,
Well, welcome to the Crisp Plains. This is going to be an interesting journey to map out. I've got a few kind of landmarks to follow, but it's a general direction. So the question is, with the time, did we want to start in now? And definitely can't camp at night here, which we're going to several times anyway, but do our first camp right away, or did we want to prepare here on the edge and camp here before we head out into the plains the next morning?
I used the wrong voice. Fuck. Please tell me you heard that.
We could hear it. It sounded like the right one.
Well, I used the one that you guys said was a robot accidentally. But anyway, continue. In the end,
What time of day is it?
I said it's like, well, let's say like 1 o'clock-ish. Like early afternoon. Afternoon, but early.
Well, I mean, would it hurt to get a start?
Oh,
I want to get a good night's rest before we go into whatever that is.
Suppose that's true.
I mean, we're going to be spending several days there. But it's really up to you guys whether you want to delay a little bit and make sure we're prepared, or just head in now.
I don't think there's much we can do to prepare.
This fair is kind of a unknown quantity.
Well, do we want to spend the day in the grasslands, or do we want to get a head start on making it to this temple?
I'm tired of walking, but I'm tired of sleeping in the wilderness.
I really hate to tell you this, but there's going to be a lot more walking and a lot more sleeping in the wilderness.
It's miserable. Okay.
Sure.
you guys want to just head out then? Start traveling?
It's one way, half a dozen to me. You all make the call.
I mean, Lyra's good with just starting to travel.
Yeah, let's just head out.
Alrighty. So you start stepping into the grasslands, and it's kind of like, hold on, I need better music for this. It's not airy. Where's my? Wow, it'd be great if I could stop the music. Thank you. This might work. Beautiful. It's kind of eerie and a little quiet, and there's the occasional like screech of like a hawk or something, and off in the distance the roar of what you assume is possibly a dragon, given it's Cavia and dragons are everywhere here. Not really any place you could hide from them, but they seem distant. And as you're walking for the rest of the day, someone roll a d20 for me first. Hello?
Yeah,
Okay.
Got it.
Alright, so you walk through the day, and it's kind of eerie and a little strange, but you manage to settle down for your first night. is there anything you guys want to do for this first night in the plane specifically, or just settle down and take usual watches?
Lyra will play some music in the camp before they all go to bed.
That's fair. Let me play some music.
Actually, sorry, keep going.
No, go ahead.
So they're actually into the planes at this point, right?
Mm-hmm.
So is there anything like about the planes that feels like inherently magical, or
Roll an
anticipated?
Arcana check.
Oh boy. Yep, that would do it.
Not that you can tell, just seems kind of spooky. I'll say you feel a sense of kind of familiarity in just the general feeling of the place, but nothing major, just vague familiarity. Like you've been around this feeling before, but it's like a dream. Anything else from anyone? Or sorry, go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say Gale probably feels more comfortable here than anywhere else they've been then.
Probably. Fair. Anything anyone wants to do, just settle down for the night? Actually, someone roll me another d20. Okay. So, oh, there we go. Ooh, okay. Who's gonna take first watch?
I can.
All right. First watch, roll a perception check.
Yeah.
Okay. Who's taking second watch?
Lyra will.
All right. Roll a perception check. Give me a second. Sorry. I'll say. Yeah, it's decent. And you also have dark vision. I'll say, as you're kind of keeping watch and such, off in the distance, you vaguely see what looks like a humanoid figure. It looks like sitting next to one of the bit more bare trees. Just sitting.
She can't see anything further.
No, it's off in a decent distance away, but it's like a thin humanoid figure.
This person seem to be any threat?
Roll an insight check. Doesn't seem like it. They just seem like they're just sitting there.
Right. She will just keep an eye out.
All right. Just gonna check something. All right. Nothing seems to happen. whoever's taking third watch can roll a perception check.
Is the figure still there by time they're passing the torch?
You don't know yet. I'm saying whoever's taking perception, whoever's taking third watch, roll a perception check.
I was gonna say that Lyra would specifically point them
Okay.
out before she, moved on.
Okay, so whoever's taking third watch and Lyra's pointing this out, roll a perception check.
Okay, since I spoke up, then Vareth will.
Fair.
Is it because did Lyra still have like an eye on them before pointing them out?
Oh yeah. I'm just saying it's a lower DC because she's pointing it out.
Okay.
Yeah, you easily see like this kind of looks like a thin figure sitting kind of hunched next to this tree. Can't really make out too much details from this distance.
They haven't moved since you've seen them?
No, I don't think so. Anyways,
Like a statue?
Maybe they are actually a statue. Or
Oh
maybe it's
God,
just a
that's
really
so much
weird-looking
worse.
bush.
I hope it's a bush. Are you going to sleep then?
She's already lying down.
I'm going to go talk to them.
Mistakes were made.
We're
I think at this point
seriously
she's tired, so she's like, yeah, you do that, okay.
So you're gonna walk over?
Yes, he walks over with his wide, bulging eyes beneath the cracked mud mask that he still wears.
Are you being?
How far away is quite a ways away?
Well, Lyra can tell it's about 60 feet from the campfire-ish. 60-ish feet.
I was thinking like hundreds. That's why I was.
No, it's up in the. It's dark, so it's a little harder to see, but it's about 60 feet-ish away. But are you being stealthy about it, or are you just walking right up?
He approaches at a steady, just an odd pace. His arms are kept down low. He's hunched forward with wide, bulging
So you're
eyes.
trying to be stealthy?
No, he's just walking forward directly towards them, but not making a noise either.
All right.
Like not intentionally, but walking.
Well, roll a stealth check. And actually. Oh, I did not.
When I come back to the screen and it's all black.
Sorry. I forgot to uncover shit. First off, everyone can just put their tokens there. Or wherever you're sleeping.
They're in the corner. I had to find it.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, up in the tree.
Give me a second. Please tell me I added that. Please tell me I added it. Pretty sure I added it. Oh shit. Not add those tokens? Did I forget? I think I did. Oh no, that's... Wait. No, I'm on the wrong page. Where am I? Wait.
You've got a token on this page. It's a monster of some kind with like spiky arms.
No, I know. I'm trying to remember if I added a token for...
This was a wise decision, alright?
No, I think... Oh, it's just I don't have a sheet
Wise
for...
is definitely a word. I don't know if it applies to this situation, but it's definitely a word.
Mm-hmm. Sorry, I think I forgot to add a token for Elias. Give me a second. I need to upload one. Sorry. And so yeah, we'll say you're about there, your friend. Give me a second. Sorry.
Did it see him at a 24 stealth?
Give me a second. I'm just setting the scene so you guys have some, whatchamacallit,
Yeah, it saw you.
spatial awareness. Because it also helps me.
We have spatial awareness. Our characters are all knocked out.
Fair.
Facially aware of my eyelids.
Vaguely aware of this nice dream I'm having, but that's about it.
Right.
I'm tagged with bumblebees through a meadow of giant sunflowers.
There we will say he's about there sleeping. Okay, so as 24 stealth, give me a second. I gotta open that window again.
It's gonna pop up on this thing and scare it worse. Than
Okay, no, it does not seem to notice you. Not yet.
So, he can see what this thing is, maybe? No?
Not yet. Not from where you are right now.
Okay.
You can move your token to decide know how far you want to be away from it.
Well, I guess he just keeps moving forward until he can start seeing if it looks anything different than just a figure.
Okay, I'll say from about there you can start to see features, and what you see is this tall, thin, because you can tell even from its kind of sitting position, it's kind of ashy gray skin, and you can't see its face yet, it's kind of turned away from you, but it's got these 5 spindly arms, or it looks like it's got, yeah, we'll say it's got like, all you see is two spindly arms kind of curled in. You can't really see much because it's facing away from you right now.
Okay.
What would you like to do?
But it definitely doesn't look like a person.
It could be a person. Roll a... I'll call it Arcana check. Give me a second. I don't think... You're not sure what this could be. But it doesn't look necessarily humanoid, or like, you're not sure what race it is. Let's put it that way. It just looks humanoid-ish and thin.
Okay. Okay, so Vareth, he just quietly pulls out his rapier, kind of points it towards the figure, and then like wags it, does a little like flick with it as if it was a wand, and casts color spray from it.
Can you pin color spray? Pin the spell. Roll your 6d10.
60-10.
6d10.
The total is how many hit points of creatures this spell can affect.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It doesn't, you do this dazzling array of colors.
Yeah.
And it doesn't do anything at first until you start seeing it stand up. And then...
Reach it, can he?
Well, it's good.
15-foot cone.
Okay, yeah, you had to move there, we'll say.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So anyway,
Sorry.
you start it starts to stand up slowly, and as it stands up, you see these other these other 3 arms kind of stretch out from its back. It turns around, and you see this ghastly expression on its very emaciated face, and that it's all its arms end in these spikes instead of hands, when all of a sudden it rushes you. And it's going to get an attack first, but I need everyone to roll initiative. Give me 1 second to hit run the encounter. Okay, you can click your tokens, hit roll initiative. Actually, we'll say everyone roll initiative, and on your turns, we'll roll perception checks to see if you wake up, or we'll roll checks to see if you wake up. I just want to get everyone in the initiative order. Oh.
It doesn't look like the spell worked.
Oh shit, I forgot to... God damn it. Turn tracker. My bad. Yeah, I'll just put you guys in there. My bad, I forgot. There we go. Your friend... It's 12. Why is it all putting... Lyra is 21. Oh wait, your friend you're under twice. Oh, that's why. They changed this. I can't delete it. There it goes. Give me a sec, sorry. Add a turn. Rolled terrible for its initiative. And I'll roll for Elias. Whether or not he wakes up or not is besides the point. Turn. What's your dexterity, Renee, again? Renee? Or Quentin? Whatever.
Mine is 20.
Okay.
My microphone was muted.
I'm gonna put his at 10 because you and Elias are technically on the same initiative, but I'm just gonna put you at a 0.5 oops. So I'll put you first. Then we'll go descending, and so first off, this thing's gonna get a surprise round attack because it rushed you, and it's going to make.
Just to check really quick, did it look like the spell didn't work then?
Yeah, it looked like it didn't work.
Okay.
Like it got its attention, but it didn't work.
Okay.
It's gonna do. Actually,
The spell was to get its attention, at which point it worked perfectly.
It was so good at getting its attention. It's just like so much bright, swirly light.
So as it jams, it kind of brings in its arms and kind of wraps it around you as it does its embrace. And you take 4d10. $25 points of piercing damage, and you are grappled. And until the grapple ends, you are frightened.
Okay.
I'm going to say... Oh, no, crap. I'm going to say that we'll say red is frightened, because I gotta re-add those icons in, because the tokens are not working. And then it has... Yeah. And it has one more attack.
Picture in my head.
Okay, and it's got you wrapped up. It tries to hit you again with another arm, and it misses. So after that, we'll go to the top of the round. Lyra, roll me a Constitution saving throw to see if you wake up. Oh shit! I forgot to hit start. God damn it. 1 second. I always forget to hit start on all the frickin' things.
There's a lot to handle being a DM.
Mm-hmm.
Check, you want Constitution's saving throw instead of a perception check for waking up? Just trying to see which one I'm getting ready to roll when it's my turn.
It's gonna be Constitution.
Okay.
Yeah, just to see if you can stay asleep, basically. 19. I will say you start hearing you hear like a noise, probably your friend yelping. I'm assuming because that would have hurt.
Oh,
And
so Scooby-Doo.
I'm gonna.
He's like, he did that little color spray, and he was like feeling so smart about it, and then this thing lunged at him, and he's like,
Okay, I'm going to say that Lyra, you start waking up, and we'll say if you want to stand up, that'll be the end of your turn for this turn, but you are now aware of what's going on.
Yeah, I'll say yeah. She stands up, rubbing her eyes, like, "Your friend, what did you do?"
Fair. Oh shit. There we go.
They just tried to go to sleep, literally.
Literally just laid down, had just kind of fallen asleep.
Anyway,
I didn't do it.
your friend, you're up. You are grappled.
and frightened.
Grappled and frightened, yes.
So frightened means that, he would try to move away.
Frightened is you have disadvantage on ability checks and attack rolls while the source of your fear is in sight and can't willingly move closer. You're currently grappled. And grappled is your speed is 0. You can't benefit from a bonus to speed. Yeah. You're just your speed is 0. And you have and because you're frightened, you have disadvantage on attack rolls.
Okay.
Or
ability check to break the grapple.
Yeah.
So he can try to make an acrobatics to squirm out.
I believe it's grappled is I believe it's athletics to escape it. Wait, I have this written down.
Yeah, athletics.
I believe that's It's been a while. It's been a hot minute since I'd looked at those rules. I had it written down somewhere here.
It's okay, I believe you.
I think it's it's athletics. I think it's athletics, I'll say.
Yeah, he's going to, scaredy pants just try to start stabbing wildly with his, rapier.
Okay, make your 2 attacks, both at disadvantage. And it's a control to go disadvantage, I believe. Jesus fucking Christ. Yeah, that one hits. Roll your damage.
Bad.
Okay. That's the second attack there.
Give me a second. Roll your damage on the first one. Are you doing favored foe or?
Oh yeah, he pops all the berries.
As you kind of manage to stab into it, you notice that it's not really doing as much damage as you'd think.
The screaming intensifies as he goes for that other stab.
Okay, roll your damage for the second one. How many times a turn do
only one favored foe there.
So
so minus that 2, so it's just 12.
Okay, so 6.
I think it's planar warrior you can do once a turn, but favored foe is twice.
Yeah,
favored foe is every time.
Sorry, it's been a little bit. Yeah, you're right.
Yep, you're good.
So it's 13.
It's been a while.
Yeah, it's been a while. Sorry.
Sorry, I played this
so 13 is still 6. Wait, 6. So that's your 2 attacks, and you are still grappled, and you also. Oh, I didn't realize how many of that dice that is.
hear them crashing against each other.
That was about 5.
25 points of
If I were to
psychic.
guess by the sound, I would say D6s.
25 points of psychic damage and 68.
Oh my god! Okay.
I did realize how bad this one was. My bad. I thought 1 would be fine.
Screaming, gets like really shrill until it's like just a weak whimper. He's like very weakly wiggling in this creature's arms. He looks like he's just about out.
Might have to alter this on the fly here. Renee, roll a Constitution saving throw. You're fast asleep, so unless someone shakes you awake, and I'll let it be a bonus action to shake someone awake when it's normally an action. This time, because yeah. Elias. Oh, I forgot to give me. I'll just won't add move it to that one. He's definitely still asleep. Gale, what's your dexterity?
My dexterity is 12.
Oh, you're going at the same time. Roll a d20 for me. Just a single d20.
Nice.
Okay, it's
I
going.
haven't rolled above a 4 tonight.
It just rolled a 5. It just rolled a 5, but it's going before you. So it is going to just arm spike you twice.
I don't think it'll take 2.
Your friend or me?
No, you're all too far away.
I don't think your friend is making it through this one.
Yeah, this one hits.
It's good knowing you. I'm asleep, by the way.
I've got a plan for when I wake up.
Dream of.
5 points of piercing damage on that first one. Still up. Josh?
Yeah, brother?
That's on Paris?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so you slump to the ground, and then it looks up and sees you. Would it? No, it wouldn't. It's going to suddenly rush. You can't up this way. You can't actually do anything. So you took a attack. Well, what it? Hold on, I gotta read up on something really quickly. Give me a second.
Go for it.
It's hard to remember all monsters, what they do.
Never wake Slender Man. I've told you this before, Josh. Slender Man we run away from. We don't run at and cast funky spells at.
I don't believe you ever told him not to do that.
I'm pretty sure I had that conversation somewhere in our days of travel.
Oh yeah, that's right.
It'll be a new commandment.
Yeah. It'll be the first commandment.
Wake the Slender Man.
Don't wander out by yourself at night.
Slightly larger man?
No,
that's fine.
That won't be.
Slender man?
Nope.
Big nope.
Slender Man is bad. That is one of those funnier internet stories.
I'm gonna say. No, yeah, considering what it is, it's going to rush. It's just gonna make this low, mournful cry that I can't do, and looks like it's. No, I think it would make an attack. Sorry. Oh, but a 12 misses you. So it like goes to try to stab down, but as you stab into you, but as it does, it falls. That was advantage.
That was an advantage.
It was.
Damn. The universe said not today.
My die.
God Renee has reached out and touched the dice for you.
And it just kind of gives a low, mournful cry and looks up and sees everyone, but it's not gonna move yet. Gale is up next.
Okay, well, Gale seeing this
Something
is going
other
to
than
say.
a 4.
Oh, actually, no. Gale has to roll a Constitution saving throw. I forgot.
Oh, she's not even awake yet.
Yeah.
Something other than a 4, Gail. That's what I was going at. I'm sorry.
Okay, so it's a Constitution save?
Yeah.
Okay.
14. I'll say. Yeah, with the screams, I'm gonna say that you were just waking up and you can get to your feet, but that's the end of your turn.
All I can do?
Yeah.
That's all I can do too.
Because you're like just waking up, but you're not awake and you can act on your next turn. Yeah, basically. Because like you'd be half your movement anyway, and yeah, it takes you a little bit to wake up. Lyra, you're up next. As you see your friend kind of slump to the ground, and this thing try to stab into it.
She will scream as loud as she can to try and wake up everyone.
I'm gonna give everyone right now that's still asleep a Constitution saving throw. I'll give you advantage on it, sure. I'll say Renee, you're startled out of your sleep, but oh wait,
my tree branch.
I'll say that, and I'll say you're probably 10 feet up.
Yep.
So I'm gonna say
damage on my fall.
yeah, fair. And I'll say you're prone too. 5 points of damage because I rolled really well, not d6. Give me a second. I gotta roll for Elias. Yeah, and he's awake too. He's kind of getting up, and he's got to get into his chair. Take him a movement. I'll say half his movement to get in, but he's awake. So you scream. Anything else you want to do, Lyra?
Is the scream a bonus action?
I'll just say it's part of your free action. It's talking.
All right. Yep. So then she's just gonna run a little bit.
And it's looking directly at you now too.
Yep. She's fully aware, and she's going to attack with her crossbow.
All right. 19 does hit. So it's 9, 4. And you notice that it strikes it, but it doesn't seem to do as much damage as you'd hope.
Of course.
Anything with your bonus action?
Yeah, she's going to say, "Get up, Gale, get up," and give bardic inspiration.
Okay.
Gale, get up.
Okay, so you have bardic inspiration, Gale. I think yours is a D8 now, right?
I think so.
I believe.
Yes, the D8.
Sweet. So you have a D8 inspiration for ability checks and attack rolls.
And saving throws.
And saving throws, yep. And this special stuff that comes with it. Your friend roll a death saving throw. You should be able to do it from the death saving throw window. And it should roll it. Oh, that's a failure.
That's not good.
Your friend is not moving. Your friend is not moving.
Yeah, Lyra can't get all the way there yet, though. The cat's
No.
cure wounds.
Oh yeah, you don't have the other one. Renee, you're up next. You are prone on the ground. So it's half your movement to get up.
I'm going to roll over to my left arm.
Uh-huh.
I'll reach my hand out to Gale and throw a little pinch of iron dust in the air and enlarge her.
Ooh. I love it. So I believe that means you're also concentrating, so we'll say that's yellow. Because why not?
And I will use the rest of my movement to stand vertical and scoot back up. Well, that'd be 15 feet, so I can get 10 feet back to my perch in the tree, 10 feet up.
Oh, also, Oh no, right, you took damage. Sorry, I was wondering why it was showing you damage. That's right, you fell out of the tree. My bad. Elias. Yeah, I just it shows me on the combat tractor. Technically it's not actually Gale, but oh, it's Elias. Oh, that's right, he's not on there. I'm just remembering. Elias is gonna take half his movement to get into his chair. What is he gonna do? Actually, he will roll an Arcana check to see if he knows what this thing is.
Gale, that's an extra D4 damage and advantage on all strength checks for you.
Nice, nice.
All right. I'm gonna say 26. He does know what it is.
Got it. Sorry.
Yeah, I just googled it too.
He's going to say. He's gonna yell out and say, "Oh dear. Don't let it grab you."
No shit.
Well, you guys don't know. The only one that knows is Lyra.
I get the feeling it's already done that to our friend over there.
Shut up. You guys are mean.
Yeah, I think you found it.
Hugs aren't. Got it. Unfriendly hugs. Thanks, Elias.
It is going to. What would he do? He's just gonna throw a firebolt at it. Yeah, that'll hit. 4d10. 7 points of fire damage. I should have beefed this thing's hit points a little. Oh well. Because I forgot you guys have a high level mage with you. Its turn.
It's okay, we're struggling.
And it is going to. Can it reach you? Oh, it can. It's gonna run over. Oops, hold on. Run over its friend and rush up to you, Lyra. And it's going to try and take both its arms and wrap around you.
Lyra, no hugs.
17 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
Okay, you take. $13 points of piercing damage, and you are grappled and frightened. And then it's gonna take 11 does not hit.
Nope.
It has issues with that second attack apparently. So it's wrapped itself right around you, and it is squeezing tight.
It is. Just theoretically. Am I close enough to, or did it leave, it left your friend behind? Come on.
Your friend is technically in death saving throw, so he could not take a reaction if he wanted to.
That's not what I was referring to. I was referring to if he was still grappling, if it was still grappling him, if I would be able to hit him with my hand to, cure wounds. But it's not my turn yet.
No.
I'm just wanting to know.
And I think your friend got left behind.
Yeah. So no, your friend basically fell out of its grasp when he went unconscious. Sorry, I was confused.
It had its meal out of our friend already.
Gale, you're up.
Apparently. Okay, well, Gale, freaking out, is gonna rush 5, 10, I guess 15 forward. The first thing she's gonna do is she's gonna cast, Sanctuary on Laura.
Okay.
So how do I pin Sanctuary?
Oh, it's okay. I know it's gotta make a wisdom saving throw in order to attack her.
Okay. Basically, it has to pass a wisdom check or attack someone else.
Mhm.
And then, since she can't cast another spell quite yet, because you can't cast 2 spells in
Nope.
1 turn unless it's a cantrip.
Mm-hmm.
She's gonna take 2 attacks on the critter in front of her.
Okay, roll your first
Well,
attack.
thanks
Roll
for-
1 attack at a time. It's a bonus action.
Sanctuary's a bonus.
Bonus
Yeah.
attack. Okay. I
Part
couldn't
of why it's
remember.
such a
That's
good
what I was
spell.
asking.
Roll 1 attack at a time.
Okay.
20 hits. And roll your damage.
It's slashing 1 hand, and then it's D4 extra damage because she's enlarged.
Yeah. Roll your d4, yeah. And Lyra takes 21 points of psychic damage. As you slash into it and it grips tighter and you're just racked with pain.
I'm
And
at
she sees
1.
this.
Oh my god.
So Lyra's not looking great. Oh crap. I didn't mean to make this difficult.
It's okay. It's okay.
But I tactically started the fight, so tactically. I used tactics.
What's half of 13?
6. If you're 7, if you're rounding up. 6 if you're rounding down.
Always run down because you run down for you guys. It's starting to look kind of hurt, but it's still up. And Lyra's looking not great. Lyra, you're up next. And still grappled and frightened.
Okay. All right. She's going. Oh wait, I have a potion, and you can feed yourself potions at for a bonus action, right?
Yep.
All right.
I don't think
You're kind of like, well, I think, your speed is 0. So is your backpack on you is what I'm going to say.
I
Good.
don't know. Would it be?
I don't. Actually, a better question is like, would it be in like would you have it in a pocket or something
I feel
too?
like you should keep a potion like easy access, but
Yeah.
up to you.
I'll say, what do you think Lyra would have one on her? Like,
She has a potion, and since she's the main healer, I think she would keep extra ones on her just in case.
I'll let you take it. You need it.
I think
have
it'll
a
make
plan.
a difference at 21 points every time it does something, though.
No.
No,
And also, oh yeah, roll your other. Oh wait, sorry. I forgot. Roll your other attack. I forgot about you had 2 attacks. Stress.
Yeah. Well, I had a couple questions. So one,
Sorry, I
does
forgot
it have
about
to
that.
make a roll against Sanctuary to do this psychic damage?
Nope. It's just a reaction. It's not an attack. It's just it happens.
Okay, so if she saw that the attack did that much to Lyra, she wouldn't have gone through with another attack.
Okay, that's fair. So yeah, you get 12 hit points back, Lyra. Sorry, I completely forgot you had another attack to ask about it. I keep forgetting you had extra attack now. To get your 12 hit points back. Anything else you want to do, Lyra?
Yeah, she's going to, even though it's probably be a poor idea, how she understands it is that when it takes damage, it does damage to those it's holding on to, right?
That's what you're getting, because you're the one in its grasp. At least once.
Okay.
Or once a turn type of thing, once around.
So she's just gonna try and just get out of it, because
Okay, roll a athletics check.
that's gonna end up poorly.
You're looking to beat a 14.
Why did it not roll? Come
Can
on.
you inspire yourself?
She can't inspire herself.
Ooh, yeah, nope.
Nope. So you're just like fighting, and you're not getting anywhere. It's your action. Your friend, make another death save. Just roll a natural 20, and you're great. Oh, that's a success.
Pass. That's a pass.
That's a pass. That's a pass.
It's a pass and a fail. We're doing good.
All right. Renee, you're up. I believe you're still. Oh yeah, you stood up. Never mind.
Yep, I'm back in the tree, and I'm gonna assume that I'm looking at the back of all this and not seeing the pain and everything else. So
Well, I would say that Lyra would have.
In my mind.
Lyra would have screamed.
That
Like, this would have been physical, mental, or like mental pain and anguish.
That was like 2/3 of my hit points, so yeah, that hurt.
She would have been screaming. It's psychic damage if you think about that. It's mental damage, so.
But
Anyway, continue. You think what you want.
To, steady aim.
Okay.
So I got my movement to 0 as my bonus action and give myself advantage on the shot.
Mm-hmm.
And I will channel positive energy through the short bow of Twilight and take a shot.
All right, roll your attack.
It's going to be -5 to these.
All right.
So it'll be 20 to hit.
That hits. So it's
Plus, it will
14.
do an additional radiant damage.
Does he do anything special? No, it does not. So that's 14. 18, so 9. So you,
And it didn't mind radiant damage at all.
it doesn't do as much damage as you'd hope. It's not looking great, but it still didn't do as much damage as you'd hope.
I was hoping the radiant would do a little, radiant would do something to it.
No, nothing special.
Okay.
That's your attack, your bonus action.
That is my turn.
Yep. Elias is up, and he sees Lyra get hurt by it. He doesn't want to risk attacking it like that again. What would he do?
Well, he did just see my attack go through. Did she take damage from that?
Heat of battle, he saw it. He's not sure. Give me a second. I'm going to say he's going to, what's this movement again? 30. He's gonna come up to beside you, Lyra. And he's going to essentially be trying to help you get out, so you're going to have advantage on your next athletic check, if it lasts that long, to escape. That's what he's going to do with his action. And it's up. So it's going to... Can't embrace again because it's got you gravels. How would it attack? No, I would attack you, Lyra.
Okay.
14 does not.
My armor.
Oh, just hits.
It has to pass.
Oh, right, you're right. Sorry, hold on.
Aha!
Hold on, I'll try that again for wisdom saving throw. Keep forgetting about that. No, with a natural one it doesn't, so let's try that attack roll, and it's gonna attack.
Wizard.
Roll a d20, and he'll roll a d20, highest it'll attack. Because could be either. It attacks,
My rolling is
it attacks Elias, because, yeah.
Your roll's going great right now.
I said highest it would attack.
Yes, that's why the 5 is good.
So it's
one
going.
person's a wizard and one is not.
It's okay. Lyra just needs to get down, and then
19.
she can go and heal people.
Why do I roll low damage for my NPC? Yeah. So that's 2 there, and it's gonna make a second attack against him. Yeah, that hits. Oh, that wasn't low. It kind of stabs into Elias with one of its other arms that isn't grasped around Lyra. And up next is Gale. You just see it stab into Elias. It kind of like winces in his chair.
So he looks
He looks okay. Elias looks fine.
okay. Okay, well, Gale,
It hurt,
noticing
but
that she is within 30 feet, doesn't really understand exactly what she's doing, but is panicking because everyone's getting hurt. And she's going to cast Aid, which will drop Sanctuary.
Oh no.
Herself,
Ta-
Lyra,
aid
and your
aid is not concentration. I
It's
believe.
not?
I don't think so.
That's awesome. It's not.
No, it's not because it.
Damn, okay, never mind. Sanctuary's
It's like
still
an
up.
8-hour just easy buff.
Yeah. But nice thing about Aid is that it also will bump.
Yeah.
It also heals 5 hit points. So your friend, you're back.
So,
to
yeah.
Lyra, you gain 5, and Gale is up 5.
And who? I think you can do 3 people. So who else is getting it?
She's gonna do herself too.
Okay. So
Renee is
the 3 of
Me,
you.
I'm out of range.
Yeah. So the 3 of you do at 5 your maximum hit points, and yes, you are up. You're prone, your friend, but you suddenly come to consciousness, gasping, with 5 hit points. And your maximum hit points are increased by 5 too.
Yeah.
One more thing, because I'm pretty sure it's an action. Yeah, it's an action. Okay,
Yeah, that's an
about it.
action. Yep. Okay, so that's what you can do. Lyra, you're up.
Is Alea still trying to help me get out?
Oh yeah, that's his action to try and help you.
Okay.
So athletics check with advantage.
Come on, there we go.
So you managed to like wrench yourself free of it
Okay.
with his help.
And it can't attack me without like taking a wisdom save, right?
Technically, yeah.
Free attack.
Right. Yeah, it can try and take an opportunity attack, but it has to make a wisdom save to do it.
Okay, she's gonna go for it. And go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, and get to your friend. And
Okay, hold on.
Yep.
What's your spell save, Gale?
13.
Oh, well, he still rolled a 15, so he does still attack you.
Alright.
16 to hit. Yeah, that hits.
Gale will do interception on the damage.
14 points of damage. And then.
Let me roll interception.
So, that's a good roll.
Ooh.
So, 6 points of damage.
To Lyra?
Yeah, because interception. See, Gale kind of gets it and it tries to get it. It still gets through, but you kind of knock it down, so it just kind of scratches her. Okay, you get to your friend.
And she's going to just be there because cure wounds is an action.
Oh yeah, that's right. It was an action to escape. Yeah.
But she's here to help actually, and she will give a bardic inspiration to your friend, and she's like, "You got this, buddy. You're okay. You're okay. We're okay."
Okay, your friend, you're up.
Feeling inspired and confused, he pulls himself up from the ground.
Okay, half your movement.
Yeah, and he'll I think he won't go very far really.
You can only go 15 feet, so.
Yeah, but he'll only step around Lyra. Like there, and he's gonna pull out his longbow and take a shot with that.
Okay, roll an attack. And you shoot it, and it just sails past his head. So you have extra attack though.
Oh yeah, that's right.
That hits. Roll your damage.
Okay, yeah, he pulls his drawstring back, and he's like still shaking with fear. But after the first shot, he takes a deep breath and then pulls the drawstring and focuses in with Lyra next to him. And ignore the actually. Oh yeah, I can plan our warrior on these shots, right? Let me just double check that real quick.
Yeah, it's once a turn basically. So even if you miss with one, you can apply the damage once a turn.
Cool. Okay, yeah. So he does 17 damage. That focused ethereal shot.
And it's still doesn't look like it does as much damage. It's not looking great, but it doesn't look like it does as much damage as you'd hope.
The 7 damage is force damage. I should
Doesn't matter.
Remember that. Oh, okay.
There's reasons. Renee.
We will bonus action. Steady aim.
Mm-hmm.
And we will pull the crossbow. We'll pull our bow up, and this time, because well, radiant didn't work. Let's try this. And the bow starts giving off a dark greenish black color to it as he takes a shot. So it'd be probably a miss. It'd be 13.
Yeah, that misses. So the kind of faintly glowing arrow or bolt now just sails past it. Just barely, but it sails past it.
Yeah, it's my turn.
Okay. Elias. It says, fuck. That's right. He's in melee now too. Not somewhere he really wants to be. He's just going to shoot a magic missile at it. Because it automatically hits.
No touch spells. This man has never been in combat.
He's just not that kind of wizard.
I don't blame him. Wizards are squishy.
That's fine. They are.
God damn it. Why do I kill things with my own NPC? So, like, you see these missiles kind of, like, zoom out and just collide with it, and it slumps to the ground. Dead. I forgot to put battle music on. God damn it. Oh, well. I forgot to...
Oh, so it collapses?
Yeah, it's dead.
Okay, well, Gale's gonna keep cutting at it.
Easily enough.
Definitely dead.
Oh, yeah. He just kind of, like, straightens up in his chair and...
You get small again. Because I'm letting go of the spell.
He looks like he's thinking hard about something, like trying to remember something, and he's like, slaps a hand at his forehead. I don't suppose any of you have any bright light spells?
Gale will cast her channel divinity,
Which is...
Sacred Weapon, because it emits a bright light.
And he kind of like winces. He's like, that would have been helpful. I forgot in the heat of the moment. These things are they do better in dim light and darkness than bright light. I'll remember that next time.
Well, to be honest, the fight went so quickly we probably wouldn't have had time. It was kind of a drag people from the jaws of death fight, not a everybody plan fight.
Oh, there was no jaws, just stabby arms.
Lyra's like rushing after your friend to slap him with a healing wound.
Okay. Roll your healing.
She's gonna give him 3rd level cure
Okay.
wounds.
Whoa!
Damn.
17 points of healing.
Was it a literal slap?
No.
Oh, okay.
So she probably just kind of, when she gets up from where kind of she was next to him, just hand on the shoulder.
Oh, that grasp is much different than their grasp. That was the most terrifying thing I've ever seen. It was amazing. We should do it again.
Let's not, please.
We will
Thank you,
not be
Just
doing
Lyra.
that again.
That was not particularly fun.
Fall
I
back to
forgive
Slade.
you.
No, I do not want to do that again.
Oh, we should do it again, but this time I will remember just Lyra's god Renee is there for me. I should never stray away.
That's right.
into
Don't
the
go
community.
wandering out alone. at
Even
night.
though you gave me permission, I
did
will
no such
remember
thing.
this.
You gave him permission?
No.
You did.
It was the wisest permission I've ever received.
I don't know what he's talking about.
Oh, new camp rule. Nobody goes out and hugs the 5-armed fiend while everybody else sleeps, okay?
Very well. Next time, I will make sure to invite all of you.
Yeah, Renee's already back asleep.
Alright, yeah, so you guys can easily get back to sleep and finish your long rest, and take that.
Okay. I don't know what you guys are on about. I've got 57 hit points currently.
Jesus. That's 5 more than me.
Yeah, so actually, for the 3 of you that have that, we'll still have, aid into this next day for the first few hours. Cause we'll say you get another, you only have to get another 4 hours of sleep. We'll say, I'll give it half by the time you wake up.
Okay.
So you end up waking up in the morning, getting ready to go, and you start anything else that anyone wants to do, as you start heading out?
Yeah.
What's that? Anything else anyone wants to do, or? I don't know.
Friends say yeah, and then just
Exactly, I was wondering.
Said yeah, but they didn't say nothing.
What do you want to do? Josh?
Head out.
Okay.
Okay.
I asked if there's anything else you want to do, smartass.
Oh, I see. I missed that part. No, just yeah, head out. Yeah.
Oh boy. Okay, so you start traveling for the rest of the day. Can everyone roll me a perception check as you're traveling and keeping your eyes out?
And we all have to roll. Okay.
Library. Your friend?
Lyra's was an 11.
Yeah. Your friend? Perception check?
There we go. Sorry.
Okay. I'm gonna say Renee and Gail. You spot it first. As you're walking along, it's actually kind of coming towards you, but from like the side, from like you're going mostly south. It's coming from like this direction towards you, and you two spot it first, and then the other two shortly after. What looks like a jet black dog with very faintly glowing red eyes.
All out of here.
And it's just kind of wandering up to you, tails wagging, eyes kind of gleaming a little bit, but not like a sinister way. It looks like a dog that happens to have red eyes.
It looks super friendly.
It looks friendly. It's like the tail's wagging.
Divine
Right,
sense.
tail is wagging because it's going to eat you, my friend. You are a meal. It's happy to see dinner delivered.
What's your new friend?
2 things. Pin divine sense for me, because I'm trying to remember the exact wording. And 2, everyone can roll a history check. Renee, you have advantage. For reasons.
Lord, the black dog, great. Yeah, not terrible.
Okay. want to read something really quickly because they describe divine sense in 2 different ways.
Yeah, they have.
It's very strange to do with like the Hallow spell and shit. I don't think this applies necessarily. See, it says affected by the Hallow spell, but then you pin it and it just says detect the presence of any place or object that's okay, no, so it's something that's consecrated or desecrated as with the Hallow spell. Okay. Doesn't apply.
An action too.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. You're using an action. So no, you don't sense any celestial fiend, undead, anything consecrated like the Hallow spell. Renee, 14.
Puppy.
No, that's enough to know. You don't remember the name of it, but you know you've seen something like this back in the Feywild, and it looks like it might have kind of fey qualities, like its ears are a little more pointed and straight up. It's something fey. You know you've seen it, but you don't remember what it's called.
Yep, it's definitely gonna eat your friend.
I mean, it looks like a puppy to me.
What's its? So its tail's wagging. Is it wagging high or low?
Hi, like it's happy.
And its ears are up.
And as you guys are discussing, it's kind of walking up and circling around each of you 3 times, including you, Renee, just kind of below you on the ground. And as it finishes circling everyone, I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Everyone?
Yeah, everyone.
Okay. We failed to resist its cuteness.
Exactly. It gets all the stitches.
Yeah.
Okay. So, Lyra, your friend, and Elias, because I rolled like shit for him. You all, I'll say the 2 of you, and you notice Elias acting similarly. Just kind of tilt your head and look at it, and then you just, sorry. You don't know what it's about it. You don't think it means you harm, but all you know, you just feel compelled to follow this dog, whatever it is.
Lyra's already walking off with it.
And it starts turning around and starts walking away to the east.
Lyra?
Gail, this is your fault.
Gale will grab Lyra and keep her from going with it.
It's a puppy!
Lyra, you can roll an acrobatics check, and Gale roll an athletics check. Because you really want to follow it. So you're holding on to Lyra, but she's fighting you. And your friend, no one's stopping your friend? And also Elias is also wheeling away.
This isn't
Oh,
fair.
well,
They get to
goodbye.
go.
I told him he wants dinner. Nobody listens to me. This is what happens.
Okay, 6 seconds. Another acrobatics and athletics check. She really wants to follow.
Actually,
What's going on?
Lyra will cast Charm Person.
On Gale? Okay,
Yeah.
roll a wisdom saving throw, Gale.
It's mean, but okay.
That saves.
I
Oh no,
think that
just barely.
I'll save DC is 18.
Okay, so you cast Charm Person, and you feel like something's trying to influence you, Gale, but you shake it off.
Lyra pouts.
You could, okay, 6 seconds, another round of athletics and acrobatics checks, because you really want to follow this dog. And
I'll just let her go.
they're pausing.
Follow behind.
Yeah.
How far are they now? Like, how far away are they?
I'll say they're like 60 feet, and the dog kind of pauses and like yips at yips it towards the group plus
before we do
Lyra.
that,
Mm-hmm.
actually, can I cast protection from evil and good on her?
Sure.
So if it's already been charmed, frightened, or possessed, they
Not
get
really-
advantage on a new saving throw.
Yeah, it's not really a charm effect.
Okay.
That could be useful.
It's just lovable.
No, it's something else, but it's not necessarily a charm effect.
This isn't fair.
I'm not gonna
Why
call
is
it charmed.
so?
Okay. Gale will release Lyra.
Okay, so you start following.
He runs off to go follow.
Gale will just look at the.
Looks over. I've got my bow out with an arrow ready.
Yeah,
We
okay,
just
we'll take out
follow
her
for
sword.
now. It hasn't done anything, but when it does, we'll kill it.
Okay, fair point.
Okay, so you start walking, and you're walking and walking. Elias, Lyra, and your friend, you're just happily following along. The other two of you are just confused. You walk for about 3 hours in an easterly direction, and then the dog just suddenly stops. And you guys are actually like, you feel like a sense of the three of them that are affected. You feel a sense of like you've arrived, and you're not sure what that means, but you've arrived somewhere, and then all of a sudden, all of you, there's a sudden flash of light, dark kind of purple light, and you find yourself almost like, it seems like you were transported. And the surroundings around you changed. You feel filled with tall grasses. Kind of, there's the few trees around because it's still more of a grassland. Are large, full of leaves, more of a green color. Obviously still spaced out. Rolling hills. Everyone can roll a survival check. Okay, everyone but, actually, I better roll for Elias. Where's my sheet? Okay, even he passes. Everyone except Renee. Renee, you're just really confused. You're like, what the fuck? You're just looking around and, like, placing trees and stuff, and it looks different, but you're pretty sure you're in the same place you just were. It just looks different. And it's almost like it's a different time, perhaps. You're not sure. And then the sky is kind of dark and gray, and then as you're kind of looking around, and you look back towards essentially the way you came, back off to the west, something like obviously miles and miles, another kingdom away, probably. You see just these little flashes of, like, I guess almost magical light lighting up the clouds. Like, it's distant, it's just like almost a speck on the horizon type of thing, but it's enough that it's obviously something big and obviously magical. It's just causing these lights to shoot up in the air that's visible from here. And then suddenly there's a loud crack. It's unidentifiable as the location. It's almost like it's everywhere. And then the sound of, like, rushing wind fills the air as this dark speck from that direction where the light was starts growing slowly larger and larger, coming from the west. It looks like it's headed right for you. What do you do?
There's a what?
A dark speck. You're not sure what it is. It's just a dark speck, but it's getting slowly larger as it heads towards you.
Moves out of the way a little bit, at least, like,
And
where, like, the trajectory seems to be heading.
What's the dog doing?
you don't see the dog. And also, Gale, you're suddenly just frozen in place. Not by magic or fear, although it might, to anyone else, might seem like that. But by these memories that are suddenly rushing through your mind of a dark hooded figure striding across the battlefield, sword in hand. There's a flash, and then to the speeding dark speck as it's getting bigger and bigger. And then, is there anything anyone's doing in this time? Other than Gale, because you're kind of in another world, so to speak.
Hiding behind Gale.
Okay.
Lyra stepping to the side and then also looking for the dog.
Okay. You don't seem to see it. It's like the grass is a little high, so you gotta move it aside a little. You don't see it. And about a minute later, the growing dark speck just suddenly impacts, kind of almost like a meteor, into the ground. And in that moment, as it impacts things, and there's a wave that ripples out across the land, things just suddenly start to darken and turn to more it's not fully, but it just starts to get right in that area, like the kind of similar to what you were seeing before in this area, like the dark colors and such. I need everyone to make a strength check, including Rini. It's not save. Check.
Oh shoot, I did it too.
Matters.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
1, 2. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Renee. I need a strength check.
Sorry, having an issue.
Okay.
Also, if at any point Gale regains back movement, she's gonna try and grab her sword and channel divinity, sacred weapon that shit.
Everyone except for Gale, you're suddenly knocked off your feet. Renee, you're just knocked out of the air onto the ground. I'll say you weren't very high up yet, because you guys were...
I was at Gale's shoulder blades. I was using her as a shield.
Yeah, okay, so you just fall out of the air. You don't take any damage because you're not that high up, because she's not that tall. But you guys are all knocked prone, except for Gale. You kind of because you're kind of coming back yourself at the same time, but you regain movement and just manage to stand your ground, and you cast a whole, what was it? Sacred weapon?
Sacred weapon, it's my channel. Divinity.
Okay, so you cast sacred weapon, the area lights up. Sorry, I lost my place. And then as because there's this big dust cloud that's washing over you right now. And then as it clears, you see a dark hooded figure from the looks of it, because it looks like it's wearing some sort of cloak, but it's kind of semi-corporeal, like you can kind of sort of see through it slightly. It's strange. Lying in what looks like a small crater. What do you do? And you're getting flashes of the hooded figure you saw striding across the field, Gale.
Are my friends all on the ground behind me?
Yeah, they're all on the ground.
She's gonna basically try and hold her ground and stay within 5 feet of Lyra and another one if she can.
Okay, easy enough. I think everyone's pretending pretty close.
Yeah.
We'll say Lyra and your friend. You're within 5 feet of, probably within 5 feet of everyone, really.
Yeah.
Once Lyra regains enough, after the surprise of going oomph on the ground, she'll.
As soon as Renee can, he's part of your.
Is he okay? Is he okay?
Who?
Who?
Sorry, I'm confused.
No, because you saw the thing collide with the ground, right?
Oh, right, sorry, yeah.
Oh.
Continue.
I don't
You
know.
all did.
Just
Sorry, I'm gonna shut up.
stay quiet. We don't know what brought us here, and we don't know what the hell that thing is.
Just a puppy, they said. It'll be fine, they said. Look at the cute ears, they said.
I'm gonna
I did not say
say,
any of those things.
The other day.
Renee can roll another history check at advantage. Again, as more of this is just as you've been traveling, following that dog and everything else. Okay, there we go. That's good. I'm gonna say, as you're like thinking back, like as you've been following it and everything that's happened, you remember this creature is called a Vaide, Vaidae. It's kind of a canine-esque creature with kind of fey qualities and ties. It's almost exclusively found in the Feywild. This first part where you didn't know it could leave the plane. Anyone else from Atemnity, you would know that there's multiple portals to the Feywild in Atemnity, so we'll say if Renee shares this, you would know that, okay, maybe it could have come through. But Renee, most importantly, you know it is most well known as a keeper of history and past events. They are not often seen except when travelers wander close to a place of historical significance. And that's what you remember, Renee.
Okay.
I'll let you know if you share it, or yeah, I'll let you decide if you share. Okay.
He's cussing about everybody wanting to follow the pretty dog.
Fair. Okay. And as you guys are kind of standing there and cussing everyone out and that sort of stuff, all of a sudden there is, and I'm assuming no one approaches. You're just standing there.
I am hiding behind Gale. Wherever Gale's going, I am part of the back of her breastplate.
Fair.
Gale is fortressing on defense right now.
Okay. And just as you're standing there, all of a sudden there's another blinding flash of light and a whoosh of sound, like the rushing wind again. And during that flash of light, 3 words are heard in each of your heads. An amalgamation of both familiar and unfamiliar voices, family, friends, just people you know. Gale, you hear the words chaos, faith, anew. I know it's technically 2 words, but whatever. Lyra, Nelly, you hear history, creation, learn. Veroth, you hear fate, power, threads. Renee, you hear memory, remember, conduit. I just need to do something really quickly. And you just feel
Rewind. What were those
Was that
words?
threads? With a D or a T at the end?
fate, power, threads with a D.
Okay, perfect.
And Renee is memory, remember, conduit. Just need to...
I'm trying to find my right
Your-
section of notes.
Gale is chaos, faith, anew. Lyra is history, creation, learn. And Veroth, I just added a feat to your sheet. Refresh your page.
Said remember, conduit, and what else?
Memory.
Memory. Knew it was a remember something or other type thing.
Gale, you can refresh your sheet. And I'll describe what you're feeling in a second.
Okay.
Lyra,
We need to cast message.
you can refresh your sheet. Give me a second. Sorry, I just had to add something really quickly. And Renee, you can refresh your sheet. I'm gonna say you don't. I'm gonna say for the purposes of these, you don't see Elias at the current moment in time in this flash of light and before. Gale, as you hear these 3 words, you feel, and you're thinking about, or you're for some reason thinking about, sorry, I'm just, you also see oh no, sorry. Oh no, sorry. You just feel like you can choose to see an aura of another humanoid creature, and then its aura will glow. It'll glow in some way to tell you if it means you harm or not. Lyra, you feel like you every so often can just learn the history of a thing or place. Vera, you feel like you can be just a little luckier, make yourself a little luckier once a day. Renee, you feel like you could just know some random kernel of knowledge about an object or a person once a day. So basically, Gale, you just have the ability to see an aura, and it'll glow just at ease. Yellow, you feel like it means the creature means you no harm, and red for harm. Lyra, you have the ability to cast every 30 days to cast legend lore without material components. That's once every 30 days, so I'll have to keep track of that. But casting the spell in this way takes about an hour, and you're completely blind and deaf throughout the casting. Your friend, you can cast once per day the spell Fortune's Favor. And I'll say your friend, you also are starting to see, like, just surrounding everyone. But right now, because I guess, well, it's a magical effect. Because Gale's got her channel divinity going right now, and I'll say it's a magical effect, so it counts. You just see these kind of like threads kind of weaving in and out, connecting and not connecting, and going off into the ether around everyone. Renee, you have the ability once per day to know immediately one random kernel of knowledge about any object or person, and but the thing is, no matter what it is, and it could be literally very random, you'll never forget the knowledge, good or bad. So even if it's something you don't want to remember, you're never gonna forget it. And anytime you use this, you will be incapacitated for 1d4 hours on use. And you just pardon?
It's good to do before bed.
Yeah.
And so this all happens in that like 3 seconds of flash of light, and then you're back standing in the same surroundings you were before, and the dog's gone.
I feel like that was a worthy field trip.
Gale is just gonna turn around, waving her sword everywhere, trying to figure out what the hell just happened.
I'm going to stealthily cast message.
Roll a stealth check. Okay, who are you casting it to?
Your friend.
Okay, everyone else can roll a perception check just to see if... Actually, everyone can roll a perception check just to see if you see him casting. I'm doubtful, but...
My perception can't beat that, so I'm not gonna roll.
I think your perception's decent. You can possibly beat it, can't you? Unless...
he's
see,
casting it to him, right?
Yeah, just to see if you... Well, just with knowing him. Just as if you see him casting. Okay,
Yeah,
so
that
you
was a
know,
good point.
so you just
That's a very
okay.
good
What do you say, Renee? You just hear his voice in your head.
3 words in a very disguised voice. Follow God, Renee.
You shit. Oh my god.
The most unhinged subplot.
Oh God.
I'd like
It
him
could
to
be a
ask.
fairy.
I'd like for him to roll a deception on top of that.
Okay, yeah, you can roll a deception, and you can roll insight.
Oh, that's a terrible deception.
Oh. All right.
Shouldn't be hard to beat that, man. That's a 50-50 if you don't have a plus.
He's got a good insight, I believe. Oh, yeah, he beat it.
Insight's like +4.
Oh, he got 14. He's +7 actually,
So bad.
and he's got a +7. You're like, something's up about that. What?
Oh yeah, there's thoughts stirring. Lot of thoughts though. Like all of a sudden, it's almost like the natural state of Veroth to be kind of like wide-eyed and like staring wildly across the scenery and across people, almost like he's stoned all the time. It's back. He's looking weird again.
Okay. Anything else you guys want to do? I'm gonna say you guys are a little more. I say you're probably there, and you're right there.
So we're not gonna.
So, somebody
discuss
want to
the
tell me?
clearing?
Okay, first, next time I say leave the pretty puppy alone, we leave the puppy alone. Second, does anybody else want to tell me what the heck that was?
It was Renee.
No, I know for a fact that this had nothing to do with the gathering. He is powerful, but not that powerful.
He
That
just kind
dog.
of smirks. He smirks wide over at Quentin. I know you follow him as well. I heard your voice.
That dog.
You don't have to be ashamed, Quentin.
He how to phrase this? Hangs around. Well, first off, what the heck is he doing here? Because this is not the Feywild.
I mean, he could have crossed over just like you did. There are lots of portals.
There are way too many portals to the Feywild here. But he hangs out where history happens and then shows people history. So somebody want to tell me what the history is I just saw?
Everyone from Atemnity. Everyone from Atemnity can roll a history check, including Gale.
Staring at Gale, because that sounds all about Gale.
Accurate.
Yeah. You don't know much yet. I'll say Lyra, you know enough that, well, you were told the rumors of what happened here about chaos.
Candace told us.
And you know, to the west of here, miles away, somewhere to the west in Shelly Arendt is the Plains of Dreidel. It's definitely to the west, a little southwest, but it's the west. You know, and there's a darkspeck, hooded, cloaked figure. You make whatever assumptions you want to make, but that's it. You can remember historically wise.
I mean, she did say this place was where chaos supposedly crashed down. Kind of went pew. Clips have been hit.
I said that as well.
Come on, wizard.
I mean, it's possible.
Feel
Yeah.
like a god crashing down.
What did you see exactly? I didn't see anything. You guys were all just standing there, staring up into space.
The Lord
Bada boom.
Black that crashed in front of us, having come at us from I don't know miles. Stood up and looked like a
What direction?
mortal human
I didn't stand
ahead
up.
of us. No,
So
I
I
was
like
laying
six
down.
things in my head. Did everybody else hear six things? Giving Lyra a big heavy wink.
Roll a deception check.
She looks really confused. She's not putting those
Yeah.
pieces together right this moment.
He's like, 6 things? Are you sure?
Yeah, pretty sure it was six.
I heard 3.
What did you hear?
I heard 6. I know.
Oh? What did you hear?
It's not just what I hear. No, I mean, I did hear. I know that just Lyra and Quentin both follow Renee, the beautiful wolf. But, more importantly, do you see it? Does no one else see it? The threads, they're everywhere. Everything is connected.
Oh God, what have I done? Continue.
What?
Nothing.
It's everywhere. Oh, it's so terrifyingly beautiful. I knew it was there. I always theorized.
So is your friend still hallucinating?
I'm seeing more clearly than I ever have before.
I'm gonna say
Bigger
your
question is, has Lyra
friend,
not been hallucinating.
your friend roll an Arcana check. Never mind. Continue. Worth a shot. Continue.
Also accurate.
Elias is kind of looking at him, saying, "What do these threads look like?" Your friend.
They're so hard to describe. Let me catch one for you. And he's just like grasping at the air and trying to pull, as if like trying to catch like little dangly hairs. But perhaps from my bag. Oh no, you can't see this either. Oh, can you? No, you can't.
What are they doing? What are they doing?
They're intertwined all around us, flowing through the air.
I think it sounds like.
Okay, I hate to
Are
do this,
you-
buddy, but it's got to be done. Fly over right in front of your friend and smack him.
Roll an unarmed strike.
Hold up. Can I use my feet?
What feat's that again?
Fortune's favor, if I understand it correctly.
You have to cast the spell, which I believe takes a minute to cast.
Oh, it's a minute. Oh boy. Okay.
I don't think a 13 hits him. No.
Yeah.
He's kind of like, he's too busy thrashing around.
Anything,
Yeah.
And Alea,
each cheek. Get his attention. Bring him back to real. Bring him back in.
Elias is just kind of looking and says, surrounding into. Are you seeing fate? The threads?
We are following the threads. Are we? It's as if we're like puppets. Puppets. It makes sense. When you play with the puppet and it moves as you wish, but who's controlling our strings?
Nobody controls my string.
I'm
looks up to the sky and slightly to the right and sees like the Discord screen staring back.
I'm gonna say you do see a thread very specifically that's a little brighter than others, particularly considering Gale's, I believe, saw us at her channel divinity up. It's very clearly connecting each of you. Like it goes from one to the other through each of you. Not only it's just the 4 of you, but because they're all over the place. Some trail off, some don't, but some of them are very strongly connected.
This does not even slightly weird out Vareth. Out of the whole thing, this is what makes the most sense.
That's fair.
Connected. He's been preaching that from the beginning.
True. It's just like fascinating. So what did you hear? And just turns to look at the rest of you.
Lyra shrugs and goes, history, creation, learn.
He just tilts his head and looks at Gale and Renee and Veroth.
Something about fate and renewal. Chaos?
And looks to Renee.
Oh, what was that?
What did you hear? If you heard something.
I'm thinking. I'm actually trying to decide to lie to you or not. Haven't made my mind up yet.
I mean, I don't care. I'm just fascinated.
Ask the next guy. I'll come back to me while I think about this.
Looks at you and
That's hilarious.
looks at Veroth. What'd you hear?
It was so strange seeing the beast, Renee, and I heard a bark. It was 3 words, but it was almost as if they were one. They were intertwined, weaved through each other. It was both the representation of fate and power and the threads themselves that hold them together. Do you understand?
Not precisely.
Random voices.
I think we broke in.
Interesting. That's fascinating.
Mine was something about remember and conduits and something or other. I can't remember the last one. remembered, conduits. There was another word in there. And there was something else, but I can't remember what that was.
Ready? Anyway, it's just like fascinating. Well, I suppose we should get back on track. I don't know how long we traveled for. I was a little out of it.
What? Your memory of the puppy dog tale can't tell you? And then I tell him. I think it was a couple hours, wasn't it?
3.
3.
Alright, well, we should be able to retrace our steps.
Sure. Point me what direction to go.
He points.
That's right. Too busy thinking about the dog. Come on, Gale. Let's lead him back to where we were.
Okay, so you can easily retrace your steps.
I'm like kicking dust in the air as I'm flying.
Fair.
Frustration kicking pebbles that don't exist.
Fair. You can easily easily retrace your steps and start getting back on track, and eventually you get to the point where you're gonna bed down for the night. Who's taking first watch?
Will. I slept through last night, except for when somebody decided to go hug the Slender Man.
Okay, roll a perception check.
Perception check?
Mm-hmm.
Yep, I am too busy thinking about how I broke the guy who likes to hug Slender Man.
It's also dark, you know. You don't have dark vision. It's dark. But
a little guilt right now.
as Renee's feeling guilty and not really noticing much and just like maybe thinking about what happened, I don't know. Gale, in your dreams, you're standing there in just open space. There's nothing really around you, but you see this kind of strange ethereal light approaching you. Sorry. Notes. It will, it kind of fills your surroundings until all you see is this kind of whitish gray light. And then it fades back out, and it fades suddenly. It's like the scene changes, and it's back at what you somehow actually remember, like as a memory, from the Battle of Drydell. And it's playing through your mind. There's sword clashing against sword. The dark figure of chaos you know now, striding across the field, sword in hand. And then there's a flashback you just kind of flash back in your memory to the dark figure you saw lying on the ground after encountering the Vide. And then flash back and you see a figure of light striding across the field towards you, and a shadowy figure that is Chaos. And as they meet, the both of them bringing their weapons up and slamming them together again and again and again, evenly matched seemingly. And finally, as they both bring as their weapons start to glow with power and they bring them up and slam them together once more, something else happens. An explosion of light that sends ripples across the battlefield, and you remember yourself stopping and watching this. And as that ripple starts approaching you, you see wave after wave of your fellow combatants start to fall, and many try to run, but cannot outrun this cosmic blast. You just watch them run. Not even yourself, if you turn to run, decide yourself whether you would. But you feel this wave hit you like 1,000 white hot daggers, and the next thing you know, you're looking down at your lifeless corpse on the ground. Well, with all the others, and as your, I guess, spirit, you could call it, you suppose, rises up, you take a hard look around. No sign of Chaos, no sign of Harmony. But then there's a sudden blooming of light, a whitish gray color, exactly at the point where Chaos and Harmony's weapons met. You watch as the light grows all encompassing, and then suddenly your spirit is sinking back down into your body at precisely the time a figure is suddenly standing or stepping out of the spot of the clash. And the figure is a very kind of dynamic mix of kind of feminine features and masculine features. Exact gender, you can't really pin it down. And as your soul, spirit, whatever, sinks back into your body, you hear them say, with a solemn kind of shake of their head, "I'm truly sorry, all of you, who you got caught in this crossfire." They seem to look around, hooded and cloaked, in kind of like just a general, kind of a grayish cloak. Kind of seemingly like regarding the field for the moment before speaking again. "This place will be forever changed. Magic, life will never be the same again." And they seem to regard stroke without touching two slightly glowing balls of light. One's kind of a purple, one's a yellow, kind of right in the spot where Chaos and Harmony would have been standing. "My mother, my father, made a grave error this day, but perhaps one day some of you will get a second chance at life. Different though it may be, perhaps." And then everything fades to darkness as you kind of re-enter your corpse. And then a sudden flash, and you just see the familiar scene of your first meeting with Lyra playing out with blinding speed, almost like fast enough to almost make you puke, before you suddenly wake up in the middle of the night in your bedroll and sit up breathing hard. So, Renee, you just suddenly see Gale, who may or may not have been tossing, turning. I'll let Gale decide that. Sit up, bolt upright in her bedroll. Awake. Hello?
I'm here.
Sorry, I saw Emily's light up and didn't hear anything.
Sorry, my mic right here is very sensitive and I burped.
Oh, it's okay. Sorry. Anyway, yeah, Renee, that's what you see.
Yeah, I
quickly look away. I'm not letting Gail know I saw nothing.
Fair. And Gail, you're just breathing hard of what you just saw and what you now remember. Like I'll give you more details as we go. You just remember the entire battle, which you can also make up stuff as you want to as well. We'll work with it.
Gail will kind of try and get her breathing back under control, and then we'll just kind of slump to the ground and bring her hands up over her eyes, and we'll just say, fuck.
I saw nothing.
I literally
Do you actually
say
say that aloud?
Yep.
Yeah, we'll just say, good.
Glad I was
Saw
looking
nothing.
the other way.
Of course. Yep.
It's a beautiful moon over there, and I'm pointing. The moon is behind me, and I'm pointing away from it.
Yeah, definitely, totally. There's
Yeah,
definitely
just
only
with
one
her
moon.
eyes closed and covered is like, I'll take your word for it.
It's almost time for your watch.
It's probably pretty close to the end of the first watch.
Yeah, you know what?
Let me know
Why
when
don't
you're
you
ready.
take a early break? I'll take
You
the
sure
watch.
you're ready?
I'll start a little early. Yep, I'm fine.
If you need a minute to collect yourself and get your gear together, I'm looking
Nope,
the other
I'm
way.
so great. I have never been better. This is the most prepared I've ever been for a watch.
Okay, just as long as you're sure, because I mean, the god Renee will help you.
I don't think any gods are particularly prone to helping me right now. And she's gonna sit up, bring her sword out of, and put it in her lap, and motion for Renee to go to bed.
I flap over to find my place to curl up and sleep in on the way by. I pat Gail on the head and say, "You are blessed by the god Renee."
That would make one god.
I'll curl up and go to sleep.
Alright. Let's say for the sake of brevity, your watch, unless there's anything you want to do, specifically, Gail, or anyone else on the next watch, or say to anyone as they wake up or whatever, we'll say that rest of the watches go on without incident. Nothing? Okay, so we'll say you guys easily wake up. Yeah, I imagine Gail's probably looking a little... like you slept, you got your rest, your long rest in, you got your sleep in. I imagine you look a little... what would you say, like... disturbed? No, you're not disturbed, but, what's the word?
A little bit of a 1,000-yard stare.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
You okay, Gail?
Yeah, I just didn't sleep well.
Well, maybe tonight you don't take watch instead, and you sleep through the night.
No, I should be fine for that. I think the answer to not getting good sleep is to sleep a little bit less.
Are you sure? That doesn't seem like it would make much sense.
Oh yeah, it's an old army tactic, trust me.
Just wince a little. But she knows next to nothing about the army, so she just kind of, okay.
Sure.
Seems valid.
They
Makes
do weird
sense
things.
to me.
Alright, for the next space travel, anything anyone wants to discuss, or anything specific anyone wants to do or discuss as you're traveling for the next few days, or I think we might end it there, unless someone wants to do something specific.
Good.
So I think we'll say, no, I'll say that for next session, if it happens or not.
So I've done enough evil for the day.
Okay.
John Renee is now
Nice.
canon. That is all that matters.
Yeah, that was amazing.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
Oh, dear.
Life became a god, you know.
King of
Sure.
God.
Became a god.
What a busy
Sure.
session.
Okay, we'll end it there then. Lots to think about, lots for me to actually come up with and write. But yeah. I love my dream sequences. Mm-hmm. Um. hmm. I love my dream sequences. What can I say? They're fun. I just gotta find someone to raid. You gotta find a what? Okay. Ah. Oh, fuck, that's right. Fuck. I forgot. I gotta decide what Renee feels like about going on a ship. No, not Renee's. Slicer. Wow, think of my own character. I know you did.